won't be able to see anything down there, and I cannot help you. Yeah! Hi! To rock around, that's right, on time is tricky. To rock around, that's right, on time is tricky.
SSX is a franchise known for insane tricks, gravity-defying physics, and a stellar soundtrack while careening down a mountain. With the last true title being released around 2005, it's been some time since the series has made an appearance. Now SSX has returned with a matured look and feel, but can the more realistic approach land another stellar entry into the franchise, or does it completely bail?
Hey again folks, Atomica here, this just in. Team SSX and Griff Simmons are now neck and neck with 8 deadly descents in the bag for each.
Team SSX was formed to entertain, but one of the members has defected and brought the fan base and glory with him. Now it's up to Team SSX to regain their fans and take down Griff's spotlight through deadly runs down some of the world's most infamous mountains. Though the game tries to hold your attention with brief introductory cutscenes and comic book panels of character backgrounds, the need for plot seems unnecessary, especially when the helicopter pilots have more personality than the actual writers.
You're dropping into the throat of a frozen volcano, man. You're gonna ride the inside of Kilimanjaro. Nothing but pure darkness in there, mate.
While the story is quite pointless, the feeling of SSX is still very much alive. The overall sensation is as close as one could get to carving down a steep mountain and landing an insane trick. This is in no small part due to a fantastic presentation. The sound of snow crunching under your board, the glistening sunlight off of a patch of ice, and the camera shake as you boost to a jump all combine to give off a feeling of speed and adrenaline. Also making its return is a clever track design. SSX is set up so that if you miss a jump or bail a trick, there's always another opportunity lying in wait. Tracks are littered with rails and ramps, and it's ultimately up to the player to decide an optimum path down the slopes. Those work well at times, but later tracks can be downright cruel as the amount of crevices and cliffs have increased. Even with a rewind feature at your disposal, the penalties are steep for missing a jump or turning the wrong way, and you could find your incredibly high score trashed with a flick of the thumbstick.
The large fruit is up ahead. Use the jump to clear it. Minor setback.
With SSX comes a memorable soundtrack, and this game is no different. There's plenty of variety offered, ranging from the alternative sound of the Naked and Famous to the ever-persistent dubstep of Narrow. An updated version of Run DMC's It's Tricky even returns to accompany your ability to achieve tricky status. While I found myself yearning for the perfect fit of previous game track like Yellow Card's Way Away, the soundtrack is solid, and you'll be quick to pick your favorites.
It's my skills as a rider that are going to get me to the deadly descent of Mount Robson.
The single-player campaign, aptly named World Tour, spans 9 regions and acts as a standard tutorial to showcase the new gadgets and base game types. Completing each event will unlock more tracks on top of netting you a base amount of currency to spend on improved gear. There are no medals awarded in single-player, and it's either pass or fail. The only real incentive to play the campaign is to unlock a few characters and move on. The fact that you can actually skip certain events if you fail them too many times and still net all the credits and unlocks offered just adds reason to explore other options. The new Survive It mode is the prime focus of the single player, and despite mixing up the gameplay, it ends up detracting from the core of what SSX is about. The need to press a button to supply oxygen or watch your health and armor while careening down a mountain come off less as a challenge and more like a chore. The most frustrating addition is the new Avalanche mode, in which controls are reversed and the camera is placed in the most unfortunate angle possible. Not all of them are terrible, as the wingsuits used to cross gaps or the pulse goggles' outline of terrain and whiteout conditions have potential outside of their intended courses.
You're going to be hitting lots of jumps on this track, so try and make sure you keep your pancakes down, huh?
The Explore It mode is where you'll spend most of your time, and there's plenty of content to keep you busy. In this mode, you compete in either Race, Tricky, or Survive It, and are awarded a bronze, silver, or gold medal depending on your performance. The competitive nature of upkeeping a score is encouraged thanks to the online competition. Your friends' best times and score will appear for each track, and the game even offers a bounty for overcoming their records. Any of your personal records broken are alerted to you when you first fire up the game, and seeking bragging rights will soon have you returning to perfect a run. If you wish to compete on a grander scale, there are global events to compete with players outside of your friends list. With no wait time, the game drops you onto the slopes and lets you get to the action. During your run, you'll see ghosts of players actively playing the same map, giving a populated field to the Lonely Mountain in a manner akin to Dark Souls. Global events have set brackets that offer rewards. Player scores and times shape these brackets, and depending on your performance, you're put into a range from bronze to diamond. The higher the bracket, the bigger the payout, and with events lasting days or minutes, you could find yourself striving to make a lasting performance.
Coming up on the big jump on the
The entire multiplayer setup is a bit of a double-edged sword. On the plus side, there are no lobbies, and that means no wait times. But on the other hand, the only way to simultaneously play with a friend online is to time your drops together through voice chat. Though once you begin your run, you're likely to be separated in different paths. The most disappointing feature remains the lack of split-screen co-op, even in offline mode.
Your board and your suit have been engineered specifically for these kinds of conditions.
Credits are earned from all races and events and can purchase improved gear. These soon become plentiful, and it will take no time at all to outfit a character with a fast board and glowing suit. You can also net credits by laying down geotags that you can scatter in hidden places on the course for other players to stumble upon. There are even mods that you can purchase before a run to further enhance your character for optimum performance. SSX makes a great return where you would expect, but the added survival element, lack of single-player focus, hampers the game from making its mark. The nostalgic feel is there at times, but usually fades the second you careen into a cliff for the 5th time in a row. Fans of SSX will have plenty to enjoy in the polished online experience, but may be left wanting more.
As many tricks and grab as much air as you can. I'll see you on the bottom.